Tabitha Brown, time to get a job. If it's your first time listening to my channel, my name is AD. Also, make sure to check out my Linktree link down below in the description section as well. So Tabitha Brown has been catching a lot, she's been catching a lot of bad press lately from a lot of people. I guess they feel that her message, which I'm about to let you all hear, was a little too harsh. But let's hear it together and then we'll just talk through it.
Real quick. Um, that this is not to discourage you because I want us to be clear about that first. Okay. Um, you gotta been in this place for a long time. Okay. Now listen, you got good ideas. Baby, you got good ideas. Your execution is not as good. Okay. Um, your follow through, not as good. The ideas though are great. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody.
And that is very true. Uh, Everybody want to get into entrepreneurship, and it's not for everybody. It's in anything. Somebody got to actually do some of the work that, everybody want to be able to say they the boss, but when you the boss also, it normally requires for you not to be procrastinating, and it's going to often require for you to have a great work ethic, because while you're trying to get things off the ground, you normally got to be working a lot more at that time than what a lot of other people doing. You're not able to just kind of end up like on a regular job where you can just sit in the background and maybe you can get away with not really doing any work while others do it. Now, if you're the leading whatever entrepreneur, ownership or whatever you're doing, that's on you. And I would know I was always taught to try something part time before you go full time. Because if it don't work part time, or if you're not generating no real money part time, you already know you're not gonna make no money full time. But let's get back to the video.
That doesn't mean it's not for you, but right now, these last few months, few years, you know what I'm talking about. Baby, it ain't been working for you. Okay. And you're doing a lot of robbing Peter. Okay, you done got yourself in some mess, and it's time for you to get a job. You hear me? You just gonna need to get a job for a little while. Okay, it don't mean your ideas ain't good. Okay, don't mean that maybe one day you could be a good entrepreneur, but you have proven to yourself and everybody else that you owe money to. Okay, um, that it ain't working right now. Okay, it ain't worked for a while. It actually has never worked yet. Doesn't mean it won't ever work. But right now you need to go to work. You're gonna need to get a job. Okay? And then keep working towards it. But at least you'll have a job while you are pursuing that thing. But right now, you need to get a job, baby. All right? That's it. I love you.
So just to kind of piggyback what she said just a little bit more, yeah, you got to be willing to pivot in life. That don't mean when I pivot that I'm just gonna forget about whatever goal or something I have. But when you got responsibilities, and when those responsibilities were, if that's maybe a baby or, bills due or whatever it might be, yeah, you gotta kind of know how to, let me take a step back. Even if that maybe means sometime I know some people taking a step back might be, let me move back in with my parents, or let me end up, you know what? Yeah, let me get rid of this car, let me downsize. But you got to be willing to take that step back when needed so you can move forward later on. And then, kind of like, well, the last thing I just want to touch on, and I never understood this, why some people act like working up under somebody is a bad thing. Like, that's if especially if you are someone who trying to learn the business. I was always That's the best way to do. I want to get up under somebody who already got a good understanding. I rather learn and make my mistakes up on somebody else dime, not necessarily I'm trying to learn everything on the fly when I got the business and everything is falling up under me. So I think it's just a sensitive, unfortunately, society we in. Because she didn't, even with her, she was being nice. She was being very nice with the, constructive feedback. I didn't take it as her, just coming out and end up telling the people you suck or anything like that. No, she gave constructive feedback. You might, it might work, but it just haven't worked so far. And yeah, you got to get a job. Nothing else to put past that. You just got to get a job. But if you like this video, be sure to subscribe before you leave the channel so you're alerted of new content I put out weekly.